This is the Professor, CBMD PhD, and today's Monday, August 4th, 2025. It is 5:33 and 51 seconds, p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and today's research, UFO operation. So let's hop to it here. After UFO reports in the United States had begun to taper off in August 1952, a wave of sightings began in Europe. All over the continent, strangely maneuvering objects were seen in the skies. A particularly interesting series of reports came from a vicinity of the Operation Mainbrace, NATO maneuvers, then in progress. The maneuvers commenced September 13th and lasted 12 days. Units of 8 NATO governments and New Zealand participated, including 80,000 men, 1,000 planes, and 200 ships. They were directed by British Admiral Sir Patrick Bryan. It was the largest NATO maneuver held up until that time. Information from U.S. Navy, September 13th. The Danish destroyer Willy Moos, participating in the maneuvers, was north of Bornholm Island. During the night, LT Commander Skimmett Jensen and several members of the crew saw an unidentified object triangular in shape, which moved at high speed toward the southeast. The object emitted a bluish glow. Commander Jensen estimated the speed at over 900 miles per hour. 20 within the next week. There were 4 important sightings by well-qualified observers. Various sources differ by a day or two on the exact dates, but agree on details. There is no question about the authenticity of the sightings. The British cases were officially reported by the Air Ministry. The others are confirmed by reliable sources. All occurred on or about September 20th. About September 20th, a British meteor jet was returning to the airfield at Topcliffe, York, England, just before 11 a.m. As he approached for landing, a silvery object was observed following him, swaying back and forth like a pendulum. Lieutenant John W. Kilburn and other observers on the ground said that when the meteor began circling, the UFO stopped. It was disc-shaped and rotated on its axis while hovering. Suddenly, the disc took off westward at high speed, changed course, and disappeared to the southeast. The Air Ministry announced it was investigating. About September 20th, personnel of the U.S. aircraft carrier Franklin D. Roosevelt, participating in the Mainbrace maneuvers, observed a silvery spherical object, which was also photographed. The pictures have never been made public. The UFO was seen moving across the sky behind the fleet. Reporter Wallace Litwin took a series of color photographs, which were examined by Navy intelligence officers. Rappel stated, the pictures turned out to be excellent. Judging by the size of the object in each successive photo, one could see that it was moving rapidly. The possibility that a balloon had been launched from one of the ships was immediately checked out. No one had launched a balloon. September 20th, at Karup Field, Denmark, 3 Danish Air Force officers sighted a UFO about 7:30 p.m. The object, a shiny disk with metallic appearance, passed overhead from the direction of the fleet and disappeared in the clouds to the east. September 21st, 6 Royal Air Force pilots flying a formation of jets above the North Sea observed a shiny spear approaching sightings. From the direction of the fleet, the UFO eluded their pursuit and disappeared. When returning to base, one of the pilots looked back and saw the UFO following him. He turned to chase it, but the UFO also turned and sped away. September 27-28th, throughout western Germany, Denmark, and southern Sweden, there were widespread UFO reports. A brightly luminous object with a comet-like tail was visible for a long period of time, moving irregularly near Hamburg and Kiel. Once, 3 satellite objects were reported moving around a larger object. A cigar-shaped object moving silently eastward also was reported. This video was created for educational purposes only. Codename Will. Professor Christopher Brunet, leader of research, scientist, ufologist, psychic, computer programmer, computer technician, philanthropist, writer, mathematician, artist, photographer, film producer, chef, animal, and nature lover. Passion, world peace. Hope you enjoyed listening. Until next time, have an excellent day. This is the Professor, CBMD PhD, and today's Monday, August 4th, 2025.